Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another quick update on the Sherwood Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 6 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, July 17th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So start off looking at active listing activity as I always do. This last week, I show we had 22 new properties come on the market in Sherwood, which you can kind of see is a slight high here for the 6-week period. So quite a bit of new listing activity here over the past couple of weeks. Ended the week at 70 homes actively on the market. You can kind of see the progression here over the 6 weeks. It's gone from a low of 51 up to 70 this past week. So definitely seeing an increase in the amount of inventory in the market, which is kind of the part of the bit of the slowdown in the market that we've been kind of talking about here over the past month or so. The median price and days on market for the active listings, you can kind of see that's been kind of all over a little bit. Had a low of 730 6 weeks back, hit 771 3 weeks ago, and this past week came in at 750, which was just about the same as the week prior. Days on market, we did see an increase, over the first part of the period here. In the last couple of weeks, it has declined. I think a lot of it has to do with just, the amount of newer properties kind of coming on the market over the past couple of weeks has been, keeping this number low. But definitely seeing a change in the amount of supply on the market. So something to keep an eye on. Next, we'll look at the pending sales. So this last week I showed we had 15 properties go pending in Sherwood, which was up from the prior week. As of the end of the week, we had 72 homes, in pending status. That's up a little bit from the prior week. The median price and days on market for the pendings, you kind of see this has been a fairly tight range. We had a low of 725 6 weeks ago. It got up to 737. This last week, it came in at 735, just up a couple thousand from the week prior. And days on market been pretty tight as well. Started at 4 days, got up to 7 this last week, ticked back down to 6. So the properties that are still going pending, even though there's less of them right now, they're still going pending with under a week period of time in Sherwood. So pretty quick. Lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. So as the time I put this together, I showed we had 7 properties closed last week in Sherwood, and that's down from the prior few weeks. And when I look over the last 4 weeks of activity, or basically the prior month, show that we had 40 homes closed over the past 4 weeks, down a little bit from the high of 44 2 weeks back. And the sold price and days on market for the solds, you kind of see where that has been, quite a gap here between, the high to low. So a low of 606 this last week, had a high of 703. So almost $100,000 of difference just within the last week of the median sold price. And then days on market been very, very steady over the period at 4. So, it's been, things that have sold, gotten into contract and have sold, have been selling very, very quickly up till now. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is weeks of inventory. You can kind of see it hasn't moved a whole lot over the time period here. You can kind of see we started at 6.8 and it kind of drifted down to about 6 weeks, 5.9. This last week popped back up to 7. So it is a slight high for the week, or for the six week period here, but still at 7 weeks of inventory, still a seller's market environment, but I would say one that is certainly continuing to weaken, and a lot of the steam kind of coming out of it, and that's reflected here as the sale price as a percent of the list price as well. It went from almost 109% 6 weeks ago. This last week came in at just under 104. So things are still selling considerably above asking price in Sherwood. So it's still a very competitive market for buyers. But with more inventory out there, they have more things to look at, and things are not selling quite as quickly as they were in the past. So definitely bringing a little more little more balance in the market, and we'll see what happens. But I would suspect that we'll continue to see this number probably continue to rise on average, and this number probably to fall as our market continues to kind of recalibrate itself, I guess you would say, or to to kind of normalize a bit from where we've been over the past year or so with just a crazy strong sellers market. So hope that weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. I certainly would welcome the opportunity to see if my 16 plus years of experience and local market knowledge could be a great fit for you. So just give me a call at 503-680-2065. I'd be more than happy to talk about the market, what's happening in it and in general, and if how that might affect your specific plans. So I really appreciate you watching, and have a great day.